Rise and shine, it's macro time! Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Leo. Thank you for joining me here today. Thank you ever so much for all the kind comments you've been sending me through, and trust me, I appreciate it, and I am getting better and better and better with each day. The pain is slowly going. I don't know about the inside of the legs. I'm still waiting for an MRI scan, but with physio, hopefully it should get a bit better. And then when I have an MRI scan, I should know what's going on either way. But until then, I'm just keeping it nice and simple and trying to stay at home. So what I decided to do today is show you some insect photography. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some insect photography inside my studio. Now, I know a lot of people do not like this, and they think that the insects are getting out. But believe me, for every insect I pick up, it goes straight back on the same leaf or the same place as where I found it. If you watched any of my videos, I'm all for nature and I'm all for wildlife. The true fact is that 50% of macro photographers stage a lot of shots. It's no different from having a jumping spider and putting it on a flower. Trust me, and a lot of people do this. How many insects do you know that you're going to get sitting perfectly on the edge of a flower? You don't get it. It's more chance of putting you got more chance of putting a couple of dollars on the lotto and winning a prize. So a lot of it is staged. Myself, yes, I do stage some of my shots, but I try to do it outside, if that makes sense, on somewhere where it's close. But a lot of the macro photographers, like I say, do it inside because they can control the lights better and they can get that light perfect and everything else. And believe me, it is the best way to practice insect photography. One thing I don't do, I don't put insects in no fridges or freezers. I think that's barbaric. You know, that's my opinion. People think that it works. I do not kill my flies. Simple as. I do not put them in the fridge. Simple as. There's millions of flies about and millions of insects about, so you can get them shots if you sit and wait for them. Same with all nature and anything in nature. All animals, insects and wildlife will work in a pattern. The more you sit and watch them working in a pattern, the more chance you've got of getting these shots. And this is what I do. If I don't get the shot, tough luck. Today though, Mrs H has been out and has spotted a ladybird sitting on my bean plants. So what she's done is she got me a little pot. We've got a little pot what we used to keep the jumping spiders in, the babies. So she's gone out carefully, not touched it, just got the ladybird off the plant for me to ready to use. All I do with these though is I'll only keep them in that little plastic pot for the maximum of 5 to 10 minutes, and then after that I'll take them back and I'll put them on the back on the leaf and let them get on with what they're doing. If I ain't got the shot, I ain't got the shot, but it just gives me time to set my stage up first to get it all right and get what I need in the first place before I actually take the shots. This way then we're actually going to get better shots. So I'm going to set this up. I'm going to show you how I set it up and what we need. So this is the actual fun bit. What we're going to do now is make our set. All I got here is my Lazy Susan. This is ideal, this Lazy Susan is because it goes round and round, meaning that when the insect moves, all I got to do is just move the set around to get where I want the picture. Now all I've done is I've sent Julie, Mrs H, to go and get me some leaves from off the trees. I got some, like I say, some daisies from out the garden, some big daisies. I've got some old grass seeds, which is nice. Not the sort I done to these pictures, the other pictures I did, but Exactly one, because I sat in the field actually for the thing. I've got some geraniums again. Now I think red with a ladybird might not go. So I might not use the red with the ladybird because it's one of those, it's too harsh. And I've even got some lovely lavender as well, which I think will go. What I'm actually going to use the leaves for is I like the back of the leaves. There's more texture on the back of the leaf than there is on the front. It's too dark and I like the lighter colours. So these are going to be virtually my background. Also, because the lines run up them, it can give you some nice detail if you just get that f-stop just right. So that's going to be my main one. And like I said, I can move it round as well, so it makes no difference. So let's start off and make a simple setup. As we've got a red, should I say, a ladybird, I am going to use a white daisy and try my best to take a picture with it with the white daisy. So that is going to be the centre of my centrepiece. And if you're a florist, you know, you've got all this set and you're perfect straight away. So what I'm going to do is with my blue tack, as I normally do, is I'm going to put that dead in the centre. Now what I'm going to think is, how am I going to shoot the picture? I'm not going to shoot it from that angle. I'm actually going to shoot it directly down at this angle. So I'm going to keep it sort of nice. So all I've got to do is worry about round the outside of here. This is where the leaves come in. So all I'm going to do is nip the leaf off a little bit and just put it round the back gently. This then will give me a nice colour. I can turn greens to yellows. I can turn them, you know, with the light coming off your flash, it just looks a lot better and it does work well. I will not even put, oh, what I've got here? I've got a little spider. Yeah, look, it's a little crab spider. Bless. Come on, you can carry on a bit. Stay on the leaf because I'm taking you back out in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all this, like I say, round the sides like that. And that is the setup. And that to me now is great, ideal. If I wanted to use lavender, all I've got to do is take that out, put the lavender in. And I've got it there again. Now we've got that one. Perfect straight away. Exactly the same with the grass seed. But I think it'll work better with this white. Now, what you want to do before you even introduce any of your insects or anything else is make sure your camera settings are right. So I'm going to go now and look through your camera settings. Okay, I'm inside and the light difference is the light is a lot different. So you're going to have to change your settings a lot more. We are going to be using a flash again, and I am going to be using one of Jan Bell's diffuser systems again. This one's a little tiny one to my bigger version because I'm going to be doing closer and more intimate pictures, should I say. It's a Godox flash. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the flash at 132 to start off with. And then, we're going to go for around 6.3. This is my Canon 7D Mark II, my 100mm macro lens. If you haven't got a macro lens, remember, you can use a 50mm lens or any sort of similar lens with an extension tubes on, should I say, and it works just as well, trust me. Whoops, flashed that off then. Come on. Right, my ISO. I'm going to start off with the ISO. Ooh, I'm actually going to go with ISO 400 because I don't want the background to be completely black. And if I keep the shutter speed up and I keep the ISO down and whatever, it's going to keep it's just going to give a black background. And I want this light. I want to use the greens, like I says, as my backdrop. So this is where I'll start off with. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture quickly and see what we get, because until I'm comfortable with the settings, I'm not going to put an insect on there because it's not fair on the insect and I'll be chasing it around everywhere. So let's take a couple of test shots, just see how we get on. And to be fair, that ain't bad, to be honest. That's quite nice. I can actually live with that. Just going to take a couple more. Because where it is, we know that it can move around anywhere. So what we want to do is balance it out. I'm going to actually put now the f-stop to f8 Let's see what happens. Now this is where I might have to take the flash up a little bit more, but we'll have a look. But I don't want to take it up too much because I don't want to blow the highlights out on the white. I want it to stick out nice and gentle. And I can live with that. That's okay. Not the best of shots, but it's just a practice shot. That's all we've done. Practice shots. Okay, so we've got the settings now. My settings are 100 for the power, f8, and I'm at ISO 400 with the shutter speed of 132. The diffuser, what also diffuser will do now is hopefully get in between the details of the ladybird and just take all the nasty shadows out. And this is what we want to do. That's all we want. We don't want it to overpower it. The 1/100 should help freeze it. Now, if you look at most of my pictures, there's always going to be some part of it out of focus because I don't focus stack them single shots I'm taking. All I'm aiming on is the head of the beetle, the spider, and everything else, and letting the rest of it run through. So my pictures are not 100% sharp because I don't photo stack. I could up my ISO right the way, I could up my f-stop right the way up. If I up here my f-stop all the way up, all I'm going to get is a lot darker images, and I don't like the backgrounds because there's too much in focus. So that's the way I'm going to do it. What we're going to do now is we're going to get the little ladybird out, place him on top of there and see what he does. This might take one shot, it might take 100 shots. Who knows? But we'll have a go. Now I'm going to start being a bit more quicker now because I'm going to put this little fella onto the leaves, or this flower should I say. Now like I says, this might not last long because I don't like messing with them. If it does come off, I can always get something like the back of here, put it on and place it back on, but I try not to mess with the actual insect because the wax and grease on your fingers can cause it serious damage. And not being funny, we need these insects. These keep my beans, you know, all the black fly and green fly off the flowers. So, you know, let's respect them. Okie dokie, here we go. Wish me luck because he could just fly off. And there you go. See, he sits on the edge of a petal, and now I'm just going to let him run around. He's run round. So what I'm going to do is wait till he gets in. I'm going to focus on him. That's one nice shot. Pull it round like that. Always making sure the leaves are at the back. Always make sure the leaves are at the back. Like I say, use your body to rock backwards and forwards to get in focus. And take as many shots as you can. I'll put mine on high speed continuous. This way then I'm guaranteed to get a shot. That looks really nice with the whites and reds. It's really vibrant. He decided to go around the back now. Where's he gone? He's coming back up. Come on. Here he comes, back up. Like I said, you wait, he'll come back. A couple more for good luck. And he's gone again. And he's tucked up right back there. So now I know that really he wants to... Oh, he's just coming back out. It's a case of waiting, sitting, and he will come round. He will come out. Come on. Like I said, I don't like angling these. I don't believe in it. There it is. Back on top. How was that? That was a nice one. That was lucky. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some pictures up But first of all, let's get him back because he wants to go back outside. And I don't want to keep him in here. Come on. Oh. There you go. And he's back in the tub. And now what I'm going to do is go and put him outside. I hope you enjoyed those pictures. This is my style of photography. I'm not the best at insect photography, I really ain't, but I try my best to have a go at all sorts of photography, to be fair. Why should we stick to the same thing when we can have a try at anything? There's lots and lots and lots of different things we can try, and we need to try. Without trying, we never know how well we can do. The more you push yourself and the more you try, you will get better. That's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm planning to do. Like I said, please try and do your insect photography outside. That way then you're out in their environment and then not bringing them into your environment. And please try not to touch them, because like I says, the grease on your hand does hurt them and does affect them. And we need to keep the insects as well as the wildlife alive, because they're there to do a job in this world. And I've just found a weevil as well, so I'm going to be taking some more shots there in a minute. A little small thing, like a big nose like myself, but very interesting. So I'm quickly going to take a few shots there. But until next time, you know what I'm going to say, don't ya? Stay safe and happy snapping. See you later.